Hello, guys. Good evening. Thank you so much for coming to my channel this evening, where we talk about another trending news that is making the rounds on social media that people are talking about. Please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, we'll appreciate if you hit the red button so that you can get the updates and the news while we're talking about it, and you can put your voice on the whole topic once we come online. All right, so this evening, I really want to talk about this power couple. If you don't know about the story, is about Hiba Abouk and Achraf Hakimi. I hope I got their name properly. Now, this couple actually are passing through a divorce case. Now, it's interesting what is going on and why people are talking about them. Now, the wife apparently is suing the husband for half of his wealth, his estate. That's why people are talking about it. Now, if you don't know the story, we'll go through it and we'll talk about it. So basically, this man happens to be a very popular footballer who plays for PSG. And the wife decided to divorce him, which is not a problem. Okay. I mean, when you make up your mind and say, I do not want to marry again, you just let go. But why people are talking is the twist of the story because she decided to file for a divorce and she was demanding for half of his wealth. Now, I know some of you say, come on, what? Why would she do that? Now, remember that they have two children between themselves, and the fact that they have actually been having some rocky time in their relationship. So it doesn't matter. Let's get one point. She's not just a nobody. And I'm going to go through the story for you to understand who she is and actually what has gone, behind the whole social media stories and, shenanigans. So basically, this couple met, I think it's 2018, if I'm right, and they started dating. And they have two children between themselves. So they actually started dating 2018, if I am right. Yeah. So it's kind of like a 2 years marriage. And they started having babies. Now, there's a lot of things that the women have come out to say about her relationship with her husband or ex-husband and what happened in the relationship. Now, I mean, people will say, is that the reason why she's asking for half of the property? I don't know. We don't know what the whole story is. But this woman does have two children for this man. So let's even talk about who is he, what is his family background. So Hakme happens to be a footballer, and he was brought up in a very humble background. So his dad was a street vendor, and his mom was a cleaner, a cleaning maid in people's house. So she's a cleaner. And for most of his interview, he has spoken so much about how his mom cleaned the house and how his dad was a street vendor and how they suffered and struggled to make him who he is. So this is a boy. Well, I call him a boy because he's young, who actually understand the sacrifices that his family made or they have made for him to get to where he is now. And this is someone that has been so close to his family that, when he met his girlfriend, and from what I could get, he was very young. He was, I think the age difference is like 13 years or 16 years age different. Now, am I saying that people who are, not that close in age should not marry? Of course, it's okay. There's no problem with them marrying. But this is a guy who was, starting off in his career, who is trying to, make a name for himself. And he met his wife and they got married. But before he met his wife, he has had this kind of strong family relationship where his mom has helped his career. And so, I can understand his attachment to his mom, or why he is so close to his mom. People don't get it. People are attacking him for some of the things that has happened. But this is what it is. He's close to his mom. He understands the sacrifice this woman has made for him to get where he is. But does that, warrant him buying everything in his name or in her name, or having her control his wealth? I don't know. To be frank with you, the story that we are hearing and people's reaction to is, I don't know. But one thing I know is that this guy is very, very close. And he got married. They got married to his wife 2020, and they met 2018, and they had children, Amin and Nam. Now, a lot of people are talking about the fact that his wife wanted to divorce him, but unluckily for her, everything he owns, his property, his money, everything is actually in his mom's name. And this woman has been told that he does not own anything. Now, there's a legal aspect to this story, because from what I am getting from my research, the transfer was actually recently done. So the question now, which the lawyers will have to determine, is, did he do this because of the rape case and he knows that he's going to pay, or because of the divorce? I don't know. But this is a man who was passing through a rape accusation. This is a man who was married, whose mom was actually, keep up the good work. Hi, how are you? This is a man whose mom had control, but we understand why she had control. She sacrificed a lot. I mean, it's just like me. I have my son who is a footballer, and I know what I sacrificed to get him to his training. I know how much of my time and my resources, my Saturdays is giving up, my Sundays sometimes is giving up, my weekdays sometimes is giving up when he has to play. And I have to buy the kids. I have to, So I understand the mom's position, but does that warrant the mom making sure that everything this man owns is in her name? There's extreme. I'm asking myself, if my son becomes a footballer and he's rich, will I brainwash his head and tell him that, oh, mom made you who you are? I don't know why they took that decision, unless if they know that the child is careless and he's going to make a stupid mistake. I don't know. Okay, so let's get on to what is going on. So basically, people are happy that this man actually bought every property, that every money that he owned, that everything to his name, he has made it to be in his mom's name. So his salary, which I happen to know that he is I think the fifth best paid player in the world, his salary goes to his mom's account. And guys out there are happy. They're calling the wife a gold digger, and they're actually saying that he has done a good thing. Okay. But the point is, who is the wife? Is the wife actually a gold digger? Because I've been reading a lot of stories, people, bashing her, calling her a gold digger, saying that she was after the guy's money. Have we ever thought about what this woman might have passed through her relationship, what she has passed through her marriage with this guy, who happens to be frank with you, from everything I've read today, he's still trying to be in his teenage age. All right, so yeah, you guys are happy. There's a lot of Nigerian celebrities and people coming on the tweets talking about this, being happy. They're even calling the guy a hero because he actually outsmarted, in their mind, he outsmarted the wife. Was it actually about the wife, or was it about the rape case, or his reckless life and the way he has lived his life? And he knew that one day karma would catch up with him. I don't know, but from the story and from the things I have read so far, is Hakimi actually a hero, or is he a man that his mom and dad knew that one day he would get in trouble, and so he could not manage his finances and they had to put kind of like a hold on him so that he would not sleep as he was bound to sleep? So is this guy actually man enough? Is he actually a man? Was he being smart? Or he was a child that his mom and dad had to protect because they know that one day something will happen and he will get himself in trouble. Okay, so I mean, I know a lot of women have actually come out in support of him, and they're saying that women should join, and women are gold digger, women should have their own money. Of course, I'm in support of women having their own money. Of course, you should not, go into marriage and expect that the man would provide everything for you. But sometimes, in marriages, the man actually wants you to be the homekeeper, not do anything, leave your job, just take care of the home. And if this is what this woman has done, of course she deserves something. Of course, this man is actually not straightforward. Now, I've gone through her profile and I've tried to understand who is Hiba. Who is she? Who is Hiba? Who is she? Is she a gold digger? What was her life before she met this man? Was she out there looking for the biggest cash for her to make her life easy, to make her life better? I know people always refer to one of Nigeria, because I'm reading the stories and people are talking about Emmanuel Ebo and what happened between her and her Belgian wife, and how the woman cleaned him up. And I'm saying, we don't know the story. We do not know how he got. I don't want to talk about his story because there's so much story about that one. But who is Hiba? Before we talk about her in such a derogatory way, we need to actually research about this woman, know a little bit about her. And there's this, WhatsApp, you know, um, post that I saw, and I was like, yeah, we all need to be thinking with our senses. And this is it. A woman being happy and saying that she wish has, I pray God gives me son like Hakimi. And then another woman saying, I pray God give you husband like Hakimi. And for every woman out there, what is your prayer? You want sons like Hakimi, who cannot manage his home, who cannot manage his affairs, whom, after you have trained him as a mom, you need to also protect him and protect his utterances and his behavior, because you know that one day something will happen and he might be sued, or he might not get away with his reckless life. Why am I know you guys, what are you talking about? Well, basically, let's talk about who is this Hiba. Now, this woman is not just a nobody. To be frank with you, she's actually rich. She happens to be an actress. I've watched some of her movies, and she is a Spanish actress. She's grew up. She's well known in Spain. So she's not a gold digger. She has her net worth is out there. She's not out there looking for the man's money. She's not. So let's stop all this castigating her, calling her a gold digger, saying that she's out for the money, a woman who don't do anything. Sometimes, yeah, some of the women and the men that are actually talking about this woman, they don't have anything. They're not even in any way close to her net worth. No, 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 no. What they are busy is just about, oh, he has money. Oh, she wants to rip him off. You don't even have shishi. This woman is well known. She's well known. She has a lot of videos and television shows to her name. She's a celebrity. Her net worth is out there. Please, before you start talking about her, can you please go and Google her? She's not just a movie star. She has a fashion line to her name. She's actually an influencer. She's actually someone as an ambassador for top, brands like Dior, Louis Vuitton. She has a lot of, things going on. So she's not just a nobody. So I'm getting tired of people calling her a nobody and a gold digger. No, she's not. She's a beautiful actress who is making name for herself, who got married to this man. Now, let's even talk about what actually happened. Now, it will surprise you guys to know that even before the rape case, they have already separated. Because I've heard people talking about, she left him because of his. No. She did not leave him because of the rape case. She left him because of his lifestyle. So let's not tell the woman's story. Let her, sometimes we just throw people under the bus without actually listening to her. We don't know how she established the contact for him to get where he is, PSG. We don't know. Don't know if she has any part in his career. We don't know. This woman happens to be a Spanish actress who is well known. We do not know if she made any calls for his career to get to where it is. We don't know. We don't know. And if she did, of course, she has a right to demand for some compensation. And sometimes all this is about African men thinking that women are all out there to reap them, to get their money. To be frank with you, she does have 2 children for this man. And if this man, from what we are getting, he intentionally, if you read this particular report, this man actually transferred all of his bank accounts, everything, he emptied it to his mom, and he transferred all of his assets to his mom's name. Now, if this man did this while the rape case was going on, and when he found out that she was leaving him, because from what she has told us, his lifestyle. She said it when I was reading some of the comments that she has made, and is all on social media, she was talking about his reckless lifestyle, how he parties, how he's always drunk, how he's always not thinking about his family, how he's not coming home. He's always from one party to another. And I'm like, seriously? If you're a wife, why would you want to take that? Because he's rich, you can just eat the money. So she does have a right to want to leave. And let's understand that she wanted to leave even before the rape case. And let's also understand that she's not just a nobody, she had her own money. So now we have established that this woman is not a gold digger. This woman is someone that believes that she actually contributed to where this guy is. We don't know how she did it, whether publicity, whether her link, we don't know. Let the court case continue and then we'll find out. But if this man had intentionally hidden his assets, is actually a criminal offense. It's illegal for you to intentionally transfer your assets to your mom or to your family because you are not wanting to own up to your responsibility. If you're going to marry, and I've said it so many times, draw up a prenups. Just make sure that you have your prenups up so that if in case there is a problem, the woman knows what she's going to take. You guys have signed it. But if you did not do that and you marry someone and then you feel that you can hide your assets, you can intentionally will everything to your mom, there is no excuse for that. And this is where I know people are happy, people are rejoicing there's going to be a legal battle, because at the end of the day, this man is being paid, not the mom. So, as long as he's being paid, he is diverting his assets to his mom to avoid any legal obligation. And this is where good lawyers will actually make sure that he owns up to his responsibility. So this is not a time for us to be happy and rejoicing and talking about all the celebrities that should be very careful, not marry, all the people that have diverted their assets to their mom. No, 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 no. As a mom, as a young footballer's mom, I do not want my son to treat his wife this way. I do not want to take over my son's assets when one day he becomes a big footballer and he's earning so much money. No, I don't want that. I want my son to be responsible. I want him to know that he has a repercussion for every action that he takes. If you feel that you're going to be so rich and that some of your action will bring you a consequence that you cannot bear, then be very careful what you do. So for all the people out there praising him, telling him how, he's a goat or he's a hero, for actually trying to swindle his way out of a responsibility. He has a responsibility. This guy, I don't want to bring up his children, but this guy has 2 children from this woman. He still has to pay childcare, whether we like it or not. And please, the rumor going around that she's not gonna pay anything. This man cheated on her. Can we try to have a little bit of compassion and think through this story? This guy cheated on her not once. She has a lot of evidence to prove that this guy cheated on her. So what you guys are saying, because he's a goat, because he's a hero, he should go ahead, cheat on his wife, not have any responsibility, do not atone for his mistakes, and he should go scot-free. Come on, guys. I don't understand why we are hailing a man who is supposed to be actually chastised for what he has done. It's not okay. And for all the men out there who are praising this guy, telling him that, he's a goat, he's a hero, the point is, not all women are depending on your money. Some women are out there making their own money, not caring how much you are making. But what they demand is, if we have babies together and you decide to go back and be a boy, own up to your responsibility. Take care of your children. And if you feel that you do not trust the wife enough to marry her, then make sure that you draw up a prenup before you marry her. So for me personally, this story is a story of 2 people who should be left alone to sort out their problem. And if this guy intentionally hid his assets because he does not want to own up to his responsibility, he will still get to do that, because the lawyers will go after him. They will find out the time scale of when he transferred everything to his mom. They will find out what was his asset before all of this problem, before she separated from him, before the rape case. There are a lot of other cases like this before. When I was going through, search, when I was doing my research, there have been a lot of cases of men trying to hide their assets from their, ex-wife, but they got caught. So at the end of the day, something's going to happen to this guy if this was his reason. But if that's not his reason, I just feel like, he's still childish. If your mom is still the one taking care of your assets, taking care of your car, mom is giving you money, oh my days. Mom knew that you're going to get into trouble one day. Mom knew that you're not responsible enough to take care of your affairs. Mom knew. And that's why they could not allow you to get hold of your asset or your money. So let's talk about this story and stop, shedding her and calling her a gold digger. Of course, it's her husband's money. And if she contributed in creating this wealth, she does have a right to a part of it. I'm not saying all half of it, but at least she has a right to some of it. That's all I'm saying. I don't know what you guys think. I know in Africa, most of the guys there are like in support of this man. For me personally, I think he needs to own up to his responsibility and enough of bashing her. She is actually a woman in her own right. She has made her own name. And if she feels that the man cheated on her and the man actually disrespected her, if that is what the lawyers told her to go for, let her go for it. I mean, it's a law, it's gonna be in court. If she demands for half of his property, it doesn't mean he's gonna give her that. They will come up, lawyers will argue until they get to the settlement. But for you to be happy and she's not gonna get anything, come on. They have children. They have children. It's not her responsibility. So the guy should just go away empty and be eating his money because he diverted his asset to his mom. Guys, let's reason this properly, and we'll understand that it's not okay. He needs to pay. He needs to be held accountable for what he has done, for the children that he has brought into this world. It's not the woman's responsibility. And I think mom should talk to his son, to be frank, to her son, sorry. That's my take on this story. I don't know what you guys think. I mean, yeah, guys are still hailing him. Yeah, it's fine. But I think this guy should just, he just leave up, just settle this. It's too messy. Settle it, sort out your wife. You guys can go your separate way amicably. You don't need the kids to be caught up to, with all this. It's not nice. Okay? Just settle it and move on. That's my take. I don't know what you guys think. That's my take on this story. It shouldn't have gotten here. They should have just read it out and moved on amicably. That's the best way to do. All right. Thank you so much for listening.